Former Penn State coach Jerry Sandusky told NBC's Bob Costas last night that he is innocent of these sex abuse charges, but he admits to horseplay and other odd behavior with kids. Take a listen.
I say that I am innocent of those charges.
Innocent, completely innocent, and falsely accused in every aspect?
Well, I could say that, I have done some of those things. I have horsed around with kids. I have showered after workouts. I have hugged them, and I have touched their leg without intent of sexual contact.
Allegations of child sex abuse against Sandusky bring to light a much bigger problem well beyond Penn State, and that is child predators who actually seek out charities to prey on children. Sandusky founded the charity Second Mile for disadvantaged children, and now he's accused of molesting boys from that charity. I want you to take a look at some other recent cases. Just this month, a man in Utah who started an orphanage was sentenced for sexually abusing children. Last week, a priest was convicted of sexually abusing dozens of boys in Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood. And also in Portland, a jury found the Boy Scouts negligent last year in a sex abuse case involving an assistant scoutmaster and convicted pedophile. Joining me now is Kelly Clark. He's an attorney in Portland, Oregon. He's represented more than 300 sex abuse victims. First of all, thank you for being here, for really putting this into a larger perspective here. When you hear Sandusky say these things about how he's touched the legs and he's engaged in horseplay, but not sexual abuse, what do you make of those comments?
It sends about 25 red signals up in the air for me. I mean, you don't shower with kids. You don't hug kids in the shower. You don't touch kids' legs in the shower. All of these things are basic common sense boundaries. There are also things that every charity should have rules about. One-on-one time with kids. What is it like? Where is it? When does it happen? I mean, everything he said just triggered red light after red light for me.
And you have dealt with so many hundreds of those who've been victimized. Is this a common defense? Do you hear people talking this way, saying, oh, it was kind of an innocent thing that I was doing? Does this ring familiar in some of the cases that you've covered?
Yes, I'm just a big kid. It's just what we do. It's just the kind of stuff we do. Every pedophile I've ever deposed or talked to was just a big kid in his mind. And whatever goes on in his mind, we don't care about. What we care about is what happens with kids, what are the procedures, what are the rules, how does this stuff happen?
How big a problem is this when you look at charities, organizations who have had to deal with something like this and like Penn State? I mean, do they handle them well?
Well, it's a huge problem because these are institutions of trust. And we in society give them enormous trust and respect. And in exchange, we expect them to take care of our kids. That's the deal. I don't let my kid go off with Smilin' Joe's daycare center, but I might let my kid go off to the Boy Scouts of America because I trust the Boy Scouts of America because of who they are. So it's a problem. They have to have their guard up. They have to have cutting-edge standards, rules, and policies. They have to anticipate this kind of situation and keep kids safe. That's what they have to do. That's the trade-off. They get the respect and the trust from the rest of us. They give us that in exchange.
Give us the specifics. What do these charities need to do? If you're a parent there and, you're relying on these people to be trustworthy, when you look at a charity and an organization that's taking your kids, spending some time with them, what do they need to have set up in place to make sure this does not happen?
Right. Parents need to ask, show me your child abuse policies. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. Where are they written down? Who do we go to if we have a concern? What is my child told? What are we told about the policies and the procedures that you use? What are your background policies? What kind of checks do you do on these people? Do you have a policy, for example, that there's no one-on-one time with these kids? Do you have a policy that there's no time alone outside of the program activities? That's where a lot of this abuse happens, is at the trusted adult's home, or we're going to go have dinner afterwards, or we're going to go have ice cream. That's where a lot of this abuse happens. So the parents should be asking, where are the policies? And the organization should say, glad you asked, right here, we just revised them last month. They're up to date. That's what needs to happen.
All right, Kelly Frank, thank you so much. Well, not Kelly Frank, but Clay Clark, we appreciate your time. Thank you. Okay. In a few moments,
glad to be with you.
Penn State's acting football coach, Tom Bradley, is going to hold a live news conference. We're going to be watching that, bring it to you as soon as it happens. And an early morning crackdown by police, not enough to snuff out New York's Occupy movement, but how long can those protesters hold out against the elements there? I'm going to take a look at the possible health concerns.